So with dividing, the rule for dividing is that you have to multiply by the reciprocal. And the rule for simplifying is you can only simplify within a fraction or if you're multiplying. So it does make sense as a very first step to change the divide to a multiply by writing the reciprocal. And some of you, when you write the reciprocal, you might actually expand these a little bit more. So I'm going to write the n cubed as n times n times n. I'm going to keep the 4 on the bottom. I'm going to write the 12. I'm like, ooh, that's negative 3 times 4. And the 7n squared would be 7n times 7n. Because 7, when you square something, it's repeated multiplication. So I really expanded it here. And now I'm going to start simplifying. 1, 7 will cancel out with that 7. 1n there. I'm going to do both my n's in the light blue. Are you okay with that? Same color twice. Anything else? Ooh, I can go this 4 can cancel out with that 4. And by writing expanded like this, it keeps it neat, it keeps it clean, and then it's really easy for me to see what I have left. Okay, what do I have left on the top of my fraction? I have a negative 3n. And on the bottom, I have negative 3n over 7. And of course, the textbook always likes to write the non-permissible values if you check the bottom. So if we go back to this original equation, okay, dividing is tricky, okay, because you're going to have to check everywhere where you divide. So one of the things that I look at with fractions here, I have a fraction, I have a denominator there, I have a denominator there, but then I have another denominator here when I change it to multiplying by the reciprocal. Do any of those denominators have a variable? Yes, the last one did. And that's where the n can't equal 0. Technically, when n is 0, do you see that this whole fraction here is 0? And then you're dividing by that. But we can find out that part after we've multiplied by the reciprocal. Okay. Can I erase A? Has everybody got A down? I erased it. And undo that. Oh yeah, I could. Oh, I'll erase it. Just check. I guess if I erase it, I can undo it. Kind of nice. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. I think I might have told you this already, but the only thing that you can erase that you can undo are these friction pads. I told you this, right? Where you can erase it and then stick it in the freezer and the ink comes back. That's so cool. I think you should write a whole book and erase it all and then give it to someone and they have to freeze it in order to read it. All right, part B. We are dividing again. So I am going to rewrite this by multiplying by the reciprocal. And then, should I have broken up anything? Probably that 10. This is where you might recognize it early and just say, instead of writing that 10, I'm going to write it as 5 times 2 already. Because it makes me simplify it a little bit easier. So now I can see, well, I can get that 5 and cancel it out with that 5. Anything else identical? Ooh, there's an x minus 3. I can cancel that out with x minus 3. Anything else identical? twos are both on the bottom. Tempting. They're in different fractions, but they're both on the bottom. In order to have it simplified, you have to have the same in your numerator and the denominator so that it makes it equal to 1. So now what are we left with in the end? On the top, I have a 3. And I have an x plus 5. On the bottom, I have 2 times 2, which is 4. Sometimes you think you're done, but when you rewrite it, you're like, oh, I missed something. Then you can keep canceling. If you like rewrite it and then realize, oh, I missed something. Because it's not wrong to only cancel one thing out at a time. If you really like to write out stuff for a long time, you could slowly cancel. Just cancel out the x's, rewrite the whole thing with 1 x missing. And then cancel out the 5's and rewrite the whole thing with just the 5 missing. But most people don't like writing lots and lots and lots of stuff. So, also, textbook likes to write non-permissible values, so we're going to check everywhere that we divide. I'm going to take out my highlighter. I'm dividing, I have a denominator there, I have denominators there, and I have a denominator here that's different. So which values can x equal? Checking my first, can't be 0. Anything? Check the second one. Well, I have a 3x, can't be 0 again, but also can't be negative 5. Check my last one. Can't be 3. We have 3 non-permissible values. All right. Questions to practice here. 4, and now you can do 5b, and you can do 6b. And c. Oh, I already gave you 6b, but now you can do 6, c, and d. And finally, 11b.